Saturday Showdown. TRX 대 광동 트릭스.
And they're back on it. They are hovering it once again, and it will be locked in. We do get Kassadin.
You know, we said before, this is kind of going to have to be a win early, win hard game. I feel like that's just been amped up to 11. Or actually amped up to 16, I would say, with the Kassadin being locked in.
And it looks like we are just about ready to hop onto the Rift for game number 1. So let's do it for Genji versus Nongshim.
Genji, 하나, 둘, 셋. Genji, fighting! Yay.
Nongshim, 하나, 둘, 셋. Nongshim, fighting!
Yeah.
Despite what some people believe, there is still a game to be played, and they certainly have that work out. Because Question Runner is one of the best diving duos, like early levels. We've seen it two-man dive early, but actually Sylvie being challenged here by Paze.
Yeah, Paze is level 1, still has a root on level 1 as the Q is going to land and misses, as Sylvie does dodge that, but he does still have to flash away.
You know, there was a possibility to counter gank in that situation. Now he is looking mid on Call Me.
Yeah, he's got to get that stun down with the Unraveled Earth, but this is just going to help out Chovy. Not going to secure a kill or anything like that. Eliminated to the tower, as this is going to go the way of Canyon and Paze. But Lehens is not having a fun time, and Sylvie's going to pick up an early Infernal Drake for this comp, which is going to feel very nice. And Nongshim should be pretty happy about their early start in this game. As here we go, we got level 6 from Call Me. He's going to try to Abyssal dive out of this one as the Seismic Shove will land, and now Lehens is in a ton of trouble as First Blood should go over to the side of Nongshim. Who will they give the kill to? Okay, they did it. They finally did it. Jiwoo will pick up the First Blood.
It's kind of worrying already for Nongshim. They need the mid game to be really crisp in this one.
Trying to engage here on a Canyon. They do have an immense amount of CC, but they are going into the enemy jungle here. Chovy not going to be able to help out too much as now Canyon also electing not to flash, and this time he will get away, unlike Lehens earlier on. Helps that he is Lee Sin, of course, is on a Hex Drinker and behind 25 CS. Is not a good feel, as Canyon is also here, shadowing for the lane that is winning early on. And Sylvia is also trying to help out here, but he's taking a huge amount of damage. Magnet Storm does come in. The double Q3 on the Canyon, and Keen is going to push them away. But again, it doesn't really do too much damage at the end of the day.
It would have been a pretty great play, but it doesn't happen here.
Yeah, a little gank from Peter as the ult is going to come through. Lehens taking a huge amount of damage from this Callista, even the Grey Health. Oh, he is actually going to get away as now the root comes down onto Peter. Paze trying to threaten this one. But yeah, just going to survive. Just barely a pretty close trade down in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Chovy now level 11, got his Roa completed. Oh.
All right, nice little knock-up, but we do have the Devour here as it might be a little bit of trouble here for Lehens, but he's got so many shields with the Senna and the top Kench himself, and he will just survive. And this setup, we have like flanking on flanking, where Chovy's on the bottom side trying to flank, but also Dindin's on the top side trying to flank. They are going to turn onto this one. The Weaver's Wall does come down. Sylvie not finding an engage, though, as Keen with the Equalizer. They're running into the enemy jungle, and the damage from this Equalizer is just gigantic as they are burning them to a crisp. Down will go Canyon, but you can see that Genji does have the advantage in this play. So many low health bars on the side of Nongshim as in goes Lehens under the turret. What are you doing, my guy? Maybe just trying to bait them in, and that he will, as Chovy's going to pick up an extra kill on the backside of this fight, and Genji should be able to take down the Dragon as well. I mean, what are you going to do? It's like they're invulnerable in some of these fights, and we saw the Magnet Storm used just desperately for kind of like a defensive purpose to try to peel, and that's not the angle you're going to look for as Canyon goes in. The Equalizer good once again, burning down Sylvie, and Call Me, look at the damage. It is insane. You can see already the range advantage going pretty well. This is going to be a very nice combo coming in from the side of Nongshim, but do they have the follow-up is always the question. Keen in a lot of trouble as now the Weaver's Wall does come down, and Call Me just going to execute him in front of them. Dundum also on the flank here, as yes, the Dragon will go the way of Genji, but see just how far away these guys can survive for, as Canyon's just going to hit the turret and accept his fate. Does not have a safeguard. Might be a bit of a last-ditch effort. Let's see how it does go. They have the Rel at least in terms of looking for flips. And you know what? Genji a little bit sluggish to get in here, but finally they do get on top of Call Me in that backline, but the damage is being done here to this Baron. But look at the kick into the Equalizer and this just to add insult to injury, as Gen.G as a team this time will burn them to a crisp. And that might just be a clean ace if Chovy can catch up to this Renata, which seems quite likely at this point. He's prepped the blade, as there it will be. And there is the ace, as also Chovy, not quite yet level 16, but good enough. Well, Dindin might need it here, as he is trying to hit some sweet spots. The time that he rift walked on top of them, he did hit him.
Still going.
But, you're not catching it. It's not happening, guys.
It's so ridiculous. It's so. How many did he use there? I didn't actually keep count, but it must have been like 8 or something.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take a look.
Okay.
Just watch the R cooldown.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh.
We don't get the full count. I think it might have been
counting so well.
I think it might have been 11. I've been practicing. I think it might have been 11 in total. So I think he used 2 more to get away after that.
Oh, that equalizer. That is a good amount of poke already onto that back line. Canyon just trying to be zoned away, but yeah, Sylvie doesn't get to play the game, neither does Call Me, as they are just getting the tutorial victory. They're taking out all of the inhibitors.
Yeah, kind of death by 1,000 cuts or death by 1,000 rift walks.
Yeah, and walks as well.
Yeah, and walks.
Game, yeah.
Footsteps. Yeah, nothing really Nongshim could do from here.
Aatrox has looked so incredibly powerful in so many of our games here on 14-4.
Not this one.
It just looks so sad. You put the chains on the Cassid and he just rift walks out of it. It's like, man, I used to be a champion. I used to matter. He doesn't at this point in time. Poor Aatrox is, yep, they're going to get it done. Chovy just full-time rift walking into the back line as the seismic shove is not going to hit him, and that is going to be the end of the game. Gen.G take down game number 1, and then there was the time they grouped up in mid and kind of got caught out. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a big enough cut. It wasn't a big enough swing in favor of Nongshim to really get them into a controlling position to not allow Gen.G to scale. So what did Gen.G do? They scale.
Much of a advantage for Talia. I honestly think the Ahri benefits more in this matchup, but obviously I'll be happy to take it. And
let's do it.
This, you know what? Why not?
Lock it in.
Why not?
Just try. Just give it a shot. Yep, there it is. Vayne top. Yeah, they're going to give themselves a good crack at a game number 2. We'll see if that does lead them in the right direction, or if it looks a bit like game number 1, as Vayne top going to hit the rift for the first time this split, as we hop onto it for game number 2. Gen.G, Hana, Dur, set. Gen.G fighting.
Nongshim Red Force. Hana Dur set. Nongshim fighting. Yes.
There is a ward in that bush. Dindin also pings it out after seeing the interaction. Nice little level 1 here from Gio and Peter.
And I believe it was on the other side, it was Lehens.
Lehens? Okay, he's going to flash this one. It's not going to matter. First blood goes over to Peter on the bottom side of the map, just like that.
Yeah, good start. And I believe Gio just got a decent amount of gold there, but it was actually, yeah, it was Peter who got the kill. I think Gio might have had the, what's it called, the treasure hunter. I think I saw the 70 gold pop up, so Gio getting some extra money even though he didn't get the kill. And yeah, Ahri a pretty high win rate, and we'll see if that can be maintained here.
Picks, as we got to talk about this. It's been almost 1,500 days since Cuvée lost to Kana in the top lane. Look at this gank, though, in mid. The charm comes down. This is super clean from the side of Nongshim, but where's the damage? It's not going to come through. It finally does, but they nearly both die, as Fiesta's still taking damage from the cannon. Jeez.
Yeah, don't die. That would be bad. They managed to get the kill on the Chovy, which is nice, but with the trade back, I don't think Chovy's that bothered, and he nearly actually just got a double kill.
Maybe just a bit more pranking, you know, coming up, trying to help Keen get through the early stage of the lane, and here he is once again.
Thunder's down tumble. You can condemn Canyon here.
Yeah. And the Q is going to miss as well, doesn't even have to cast it.
Yeah, if that Q hit, could have been a lot of damage coming through. And yeah. Fiesta's moving down. They're going for that proactive angle.
Yeah, and this one is a different situation from game number 1, where Nongshim were getting wrecked in the top lane, and the mid lane was Kassadin. So if you give it to Leah free farm for a little bit to put on some pressure, it's actually probably fine, especially compared to a Kassadin, as once again, trying to make this play happen. The handshake does come through as Canyon is here, but it's still going to be a flash forced away from FaZe, and they're losing a bunch of minion XP and gold here under the turret.
Yeah, they're getting zoned out so hard. Canyon's going to try and chase and make something more of this. We actually do see Chovy's going to be first to the bot lane. This could be a difference maker.
Yeah, but does have Fiesta right behind him. The flash charm is not going to land. Fiesta trying to make a difference.
You know, I love the idea, but yeah, it just didn't quite connect.
We should see eventually that Dundun will take down turret plates, and just the pressure alone is going to be a lot as stuns come in. The handshake hits the red buff, and that's not going to feel very good, but Canyon's still in a bit of trouble, has to ward hop away.
Yeah.
And with Chovy coming up as well.
Oh, you got to back away, Dundun. You don't even need to be stepped up here.
Yeah. And the wall will come down. It is a bit short, so he just kind of walks away and tumbles out of that one. But now he's stunned up against the wall, and that's going to be the end of him. And the three of them should be able to take out the Vayne. That's what Gen G have gotten on the top side.
I would still like to see them go for it, though. I think, oh, Dundun.
Yeah, he doesn't have any sums, so even the slow is going to be really a big issue for him, and eventually he just gets run down.
I feel like you have to anticipate this. You know they're going to be on the top side. You could have gone bot and just picked up Wolves in the meantime. You could have just waited at your tier 2. You know your team are going for an aggressive play on the bot side. You just shouldn't have walked up. So the cooldown is a fair bit longer. And we're dragging up in a minute, burning that pretty substantial.
No aftershock for Sylvie might be a bit of an issue for him, but now the Magnastorm does come in, and Canyon doesn't seem to care. He's got the Sundered Sky, and he's so tanky. He's healing up all the damage that's going on into him. Charm lands again, and he's just going back in. He doesn't care at all, as Fiesta just does not have the sustained damage to take him down. And even a wall's going to come out here. Maybe Canyon dies now. No, he's just going to flash away, and Fiesta actually is going to live. Has a bit of a bailout and will be just fine. Meanwhile, on the top side, Dundun going 1v2. As the Q sweet spots are not quite landing, but Dundun just doesn't have the damage right now into Keen, and the 2v1 will work out for Gen G.
Oh, FaZe does have sums.
And he's going to flash away, but that's Callista following on the flash, and the hop on over. Another Q to land, but not going to continue chasing.
Yeah, gonna feel a bit frustrating for Nongshim not getting those kills onto both Lee Sin and the center there. Made things so difficult. And actually, Edgeoff Night Rush.
Chovy in a bit of trouble here. No Unraveled Earth, and Sylvie is on the way as well. He does dodge everything, and there's a big shield, a potential burst, but with the jump in, it is going to be enough. Just getting worried for him there, though, for Fiesta, but he will be okay. Regardless, as we're once again up in the top lane bullying Dundun, and down he will go. FaZe does tank that up nicely.
Yeah, Vayne top, perhaps not.
All right, well, we're trying to bully another top laner. This time it's not the Vayne, as the kick is very, very nice from Canyon. And look at Chovy, he's not even joining. He's like, yeah, you got this, Canyon. I don't need to be here. Q, one time? Nope, not gonna hit.
Oh,
Flash
man.
gets it done. And
That's cheating.
Fiesta. Yeah, Fiesta's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Gentleman's game.
So if you're kind of blaming Dundun for dying a lot on the top lane, it's not just him. And also, even if he had 3 dashes, it still wouldn't be enough.
Is he going to be here on time? Is also another question. Keen just gets back over the wall. They spot him now. And the sticks are in the Cloud Drake. This should be easy for Callista Rell, but now a massive wombo combo comes in. Canyon doesn't care, he goes forward. The Devourer comes through, and FaZe is going to live. Dundun is getting some good damage into that backline, and now Keen is going to go down. Chovy's here all alone and still can't take out Dundun. And it's going to be taken down. The charm is huge after the flash there from Chovy. And Nongshim, they get a Drake, they get 2 kills, and they're running at the Baron.
And now, Dundun's just making progress in the side lane. Oh.
Now we have a big knockup coming in, and now Peter's going to be isolated. Fiesta does make his way in now as Canyon is in that backline. G's in a lot of trouble here as the Q will be followed up on. The bailout coming out, but a little bit too little and too late. Gen G find their angle, and yes, Dundun is up on the top side. He's still hitting that inner turret, but doesn't feel like Gen G really cared too much about it as the Lee Sin a bit out of range there. Canyon not able to follow up, and Keen also not able to get the kill done. I mean, they do see him. So let's see how they deal with this one. Once again, it's a very similar position to the last fight. As again, the same engage comes through, and Pace is just dead. He's in the front line. A huge Q comes through from the Aatrox here as Keen trying to do it all by himself, but he's not going to be able to. And now Dundun trying to move forward here. He nearly gets knocked up, but that should be Cloud Soul here for Gnomeshim. Another big fight win for them.
Yeah, huge engage once again from Sylvie. They're nailing the combo, and you can see why they had the priority on this duo together. So much value, and now Dundun's fishing.
It's true. Your range just gets so incredibly large as, oh god, that is just one way to win the team fight as well. As Fiesta's like, well, I'm not even going to bother pressing my buttons. Didn't even look like he had time as it was perfectly timed. All right, the wall's going to come down here as well. Just trying to keep Sylvie out of the pit, it does look like. And let's see if they, yeah, he's not even going to go for it in the 4v5. They're just going to let the Baron go. And now the Q is going to land here down onto Sylvie. He's just trying to hop away and get away from them, but they're on the wrong side of the rift. As Gen G say, okay, cool, you can be behind us. We're just going to push mid. As, yeah, the TP is going to come in. But look at the damage that Sylvia's taken already as he's just going to go down for free. And now they don't have a jungler here. Ziyu also having to flash away. The charm is blocked perfectly by Lehens. And Fiesta not able to do anything. Genji sticking true as a 5-man unit.
Managing to find that kill on the Sylvie. And the thing is, because we didn't get that setup, time into... Oh... I think he sees you.
And they're just stopping the backs here. They're just allowing them to, you know, the teammates to come in. A very nice angle on the kick as Fate's Call will come out. Ziyu is desperate on the bailout, but it will not matter. It's Gen G now pushing mid with their Baron buff. And we had, we have an engage from Renata Glass. Kind of unfortunate, but all of our Renatas try to do this. Sylvie trying to get in there, trying to catch them off guard with the counter engage. Not really going to work out. They do get the flash out of Chovy, but it is a free Vayne kill on the backside of this fight as here comes Lehens on the engage, and now Sylvie will be the second one to go down. Penta angle potentially here for Keen as he is on the double. As there it is, triple coming in, and that's going to be a steal from Pays. So no Penta this time around, but it still should be the 2-0 from Gen G. Kenyon, he's got a GA. This time he actually can just run at them with no fear in the world. As down will go the Nexus turrets, and down will go Gnomeshim, as Gen G do pick up the 2-0 tonight.
Oh god, what have I done?
I got to get out of here.
Yeah. You know, it was pretty even for a lot of the game, and then it just kind of feels on a coin. It's like, okay, well... we win now.